What up, Tube? What are we doing today? We got to get things set up. We're in a dirty shirt. It's not really dirty, but got to be a little grubby because we're going to get dirty. We got to sand some pieces, put some pieces into primer, and put them on that. So, a lot to do today. It's actually going to take a couple days because we're going to sand, clean, primer, base coat, and then clear. So, let's get started. The color reveal will happen when it's all done, but I'm not going to go over all the steps. It's going to be quick. So, real quick, we're going to sand with 400 to prep the material. Okay? It's carbon fiber fiberglass blend on the front lip and the rear wing. It is a urethane on the front grille V and emblem cover, and it's urethane on the side skirts. So 400 prep, clean it really good, scrub it really good. I'm about to drop you. And then we are going to primer. That's pretty much it. Now we are going to put some adhesive promoter with a flux agent on the plastic or urethane pieces. And then we're going to primer with some just normal primer and then just gray primer. We'll sand that down to 600. We'll put a base coat on it, about 2 or 3 coats of base, just full coverage. And then we clear. Now you want to clear within 24 hours of laying your base coat. You can wait longer. You're just going to have to scuff it up a little before you put that clear on if you do. Anyways, let's get into it. Guns are ready. I got 2 of them. It's just one of them. I do have an older video, and I'll put it up, up there where you put them. For the Spectrum Universal Paint System, these are the little P cups. The P cups. These are the spray cups that I would use. They look very similar, or they are this. This is the liners with the cup and the little seal tab. So you can mix and get everything ready in here. Like I said, I'll put it up here, a little tab, and it'll be in the description as well. This is a 3M cup, but with the Harbor Freight liner. These liners are from Harbor Freight from the Spectrum stuff. Very well priced. If you're a DIY, this stuff works. If you have a professional shop, go with the good stuff. But for us DIYers, that stuff works great. When you're DIY spraying your garage, ventilation is key. I'm going to move both of my fans to the front of the garage and open up the back door to make a crosswind. So that way there's an intake and an exhaust. And the exhaust will be the front. I'm going to move my cars so there's nothing in front of it, because whatever you spray in here is going to overspray if your cars are parked right in front. Ventilation is key. This is what I'm using for my rib nuts. I'm going to do a whole review on this because it's a cool new tool I found. Comes with a bunch of adapters. And instead of your standard scissor style, that you do this with, rib nut insert, it's a ratcheting style. It's pretty cool. So I'm not going to show you how I'm doing it now, but this is what I use to insert the rib nuts in the wing. Comes with a bunch of rib nuts. And It's just, and also for the front spoiler, where I used in the corners, and then I used what I'm going to show you in a minute in the center and a couple other locations. All right, just quick showing on what I used to mount the front and rear, so the furthermost corners of the side skirts and the center of the front lip. And I used an expansion nut. This is a rubber nut, okay, that has thread at the bottom. So I'm going to show you how this works. It's very simple. So you're going to drill a hole to the size of your expansion nut. This is an M5 that I'm using. It was just the right height that I needed for the front lip, so I just made them all constant around the whole thing. So you make your hole, and you can look it up. I believe this one, I want to say is a 15, I can't remember what drill bit I used, to be honest with you. But nice and snug, it fits in there, and then this is going to demonstrate the substrate, so this will be like your side skirt, you know, the fiberglass or urethane or whatever it is. So as you thread this in, you know, let's just get through this really quick and get it nice and snug. Okay. And this is inserted into the body. This will be, you know, the front lip or your side skirt or whatever it is you're trying to mount. And then the provided screw, which is an M5 with an Allen head, is going in there. And then you just tighten it up. So I got my ratchet here, as you can hear that. And as you can see, as I tighten this, you can see the expansion nut start to bulge out. And that's almost, you know, like a rib nut. The nice thing is these are reusable. And eventually, you see how that bulges out? So eventually, when it bulges out like that, we can go a little further even, you know, let's focus in on that. When it bulges out like this, now this doesn't move. It's nice and snug. And the reason I did that, because I could just put a bunch of self-tappers on it. I wanted to make something that was removable if I needed to take it off. And if you do self-tappers or body screws right into the OEM plastic body or bumper, that hole is going to wear out eventually. So in the center of the front lip, I got this guy. In the corners of the front lip, I put actual rib nuts in, like the gun using that little ratcheting gun I showed you, and I'm going to make a whole video on that guy. And then in the corners of the side skirts, I used one of these guys in each corner, so 4 total. And then I used body screws with the thicker thread pitch, because it grips harder onto the softer material, along the rest of the side skirt to hold it in place. That's it. Simple. I'll put a link in the description for these expansion nuts, as well as that ratcheting rib gun. Let's get back to finishing it. So we got a little bit of orange peel on the wing. We're just going to start cutting it down and smoothing it out. 1000 grit sandpaper, some water, and some patience. Use the contour of your hands to get around the contours of the wing. And not a lot of pressure. You're just trying to smooth it out. You'll see the high and low spots because, well, it'll be shiny and it'll be not shiny. So you wipe it down, dry it off, check it. I use the LED light that helps expose any of the low spots, which are going to be shinier. And again, just going to be careful. You know, few passes, check it. Few passes, check it. Takes a long time. That's why you pay for a good paint job. So I wet it down again, and I'm repeating the process with 1500 grit to smooth out the sanding lines even further. It's just going to make the process a whole lot smoother when we're buffing it out. I put the light right on it. It just gets me to see a little bit better. You can see that white residue is the clear coat being sanded off. Nice and easy. Next step is a 3000 grit. I use 3M just about on everything. This is the Trizac. I use the DA first to get the big spots, but then you got to go in by hand and get all the little contours. I don't use 2000, I go straight to 3. Then I go to the Meguiar's Ultra Cut compound, and I'm using an aggressive pad. I'll do a few passes, and then I'll do another pass with a milder pad using the Ultra Cut. Don't have a rotary buffer. Fortunately, it's not working. I gotta get a new one. This is what I had. It worked just fine. Use it on the Supra. Last stage, I'm using the paint correction polish by Adams. True and tried. I've had this for a while. This is just my same DA that I did with the Ultra Cut. I'm going at about speed 5.5, just a hair under the maximum speed. Make sure your pad's rotating. I'm using a Euro pad from Buff and Shine. This is about their mid-range pad, so it's not too hard, not too soft, and it does a good job. Take your time with this. It's a DA, so you're not going to burn through it. Again, I got to get a new rotary buffer, but as you can see, this is turning out just fine. I'll show you how good it does turn out. All right, long project complete. Everything cut and buff. This was the biggest piece of the panels we used, and it's Granada black pearl from a Honda, but we put a little bit of extra pearl in it, as you saw. And full disclosure, I haven't cut and buffed the front either. Not yet. Why? I don't know. They're smaller pieces, and it laid down really nice. This is a bigger, flatter piece right here. So obviously there's going to be some waving and some fish eyes, and I had a couple, but we were able to fix it. And then the side skirts, because they're flat and they were on the table, they were easy to do. So you know that this sparkles, and I put translucent pearls in it. A little bit too much, but I think it came out nice. First time playing with that. And before y'all ask, I bought that wing off eBay. Got the side skirts off Amazon. Got the front lip, the V, and the emblem cover for the front, all off Amazon as well. I'll put links to that. I can't find that wing anymore, so I can't link you to that guy. Now, my full intention was not to go carbon fiber. I've mentioned that a few times when we first bought the car. Everything was going to be painted. My main thing was fitment. I wanted everything to fit right, and I believe we've accomplished that. The side skirts, they're just splitters, or whatever you want to call them. They're made specifically for the Alfa, according to the description. They fit the length of the Alfa perfectly. I didn't trim or do anything but mount it. It's a small little accent. That's all I wanted on that, and it serves the purpose really nice. The wing, inexpensive, probably a knockoff carbon fiber. When I drilled the holes to mount the little parts, the clinch nuts, or the rib nuts, I could tell it wasn't 100% carbon, but I was painting it, so I didn't care. Now the fitment is great. There's two holes, one there and one on the same side on the other side. That's it. The rest is 3M tape. I put the holes in. They say you don't have to do it. I wanted to be sure. That's all. It's worked. It fits great, and you can see that the fitment is super nice. Nice, shaped well. I didn't do a lot of correcting to this. We sanded it, primered it, and painted it. The front lip is subtle, not too low, and wraps around the edge here in the back. I didn't want it sticking out. I don't like that style. I just wanted to add a piece to it. And again, same color. It was carbon fiber when I got it. I believe it's faux carbon fiber. The side skirts were urethane when I got it, so the prep work was a little bit more. I didn't go deep into the prep. go over the prep just quickly. The side skirts, because they're urethane, I started with 320, then went to 400. Cleaned the crap out of them with a brush and just a cleaner. Went back over it with 400 one more time. The front, the V's, and the wing all got started at 400. Primered after that. Did about 3 coats of primer, smoothed it out, and then was 600, sorry. And then the urethane pieces, you know what? No, I kept it all at 600. I went 600 on everything, and then hit it with the base coat, the Granada Black Pearl. So 320, 400, 600, base coat, 3 coats of base, full coverage, really nice. Let it dry overnight, stayed within the 24-hour window. Did not sand the base. Mixed my clear. First coat of clear was clear with the translucent pearls. The wing got a splash of violet in it, and you saw that. If you saw the, I'll show it right now. But other than that, we put another 3 coats of clear on top of it, let it sit. I had to go on a business trip, so it went and got sanded just this weekend, a week later. Just sat. I installed yesterday and, wet sanded yesterday and today. It's all done. You saw the procedure. We went 1,000, 1,500 by hand. Just slowly, not a lot of pressure. And then I did 3,000 with a combo of the machine and the hand. Again, just to smooth out the lines. And then rubbing compound. I know everybody's going to yell at me. You didn't use a rotary buffer. Well, I didn't have one. I've used the DA many times before. That worked for me. You can see it came out just fine. I know how to use a rotary buffer. It broke. I don't have it. It's been a long time since I've needed it, so I didn't go get one. Am I going to need one for this? Yes, I'm going to need one for that. But for these small pieces, it worked. I hope you like them. I think it looks great. Now, what's it missing? I got a lot of stuff left to this car. We're waiting on the wheels. And the hint in the pearl will give you a hint on what the color of the wheels will be. And I got the big brakes. If you follow my social media, I've already hinted at those. Might give you a tease here. And I have the suspension. Not doing big upgrades on the suspension. This is just going to be a fun daily OEM Plus type of thing, as you probably already seen. But yeah, the suspension is just lowering springs. Got some great help from a great company on that, and I'll share that when we get to it. Yeah, that's all I got. Long project. This realistically took 2 weekends, just because I was taking my time. You can do this yourself, yes. I mean, I have air guns and a bunch of stuff, so I've been doing this for a while. Will I do this for someone else? Quick answer, no. Sorry, guys. It's my hobby. Do it for me. I will gladly give you tips on how I did it, what machines I use, what tools I use, the air I got, all that. But I ain't doing this for nobody. Not selfish. Just a lot of work. Someone taught me how to fish once. I don't mind teaching. Anyways, thank you. Have a great week. Hope you like it. God bless.